Hello, my good friends. Okay, this light on the camera. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Still getting used to this thing. And I've had this thing, I don't know, Brad Sawyer has sold me this thing. Where's the better lighting? Nowhere. uh, okay, this will do. Okay, oh, that light, the light on the cameras. I tried that. It does this once in a while. I have no idea. I scripted this one. Okay, I was going to make this anyway. Um, but I'm just adding a little bit only because my good friend there, Ted, in London, he posted that one video on there on that he shared with everybody. Okay, okay, I watched it, and he has about 90% of that correct. 10% not so much correct. Okay, the only part of okay, there is like one for sure. The fetus thing. Okay, they're not doing everything that he says they're doing, and I'll elaborate. Okay, he says it's controlled and they're killing off a bunch so they can get this to make a vaccine. No, no. Okay, see, he makes it sound like it's a whole bunch. How do you get a whole bunch? Like, really? Because I saw another one. I don't know where people are getting this from. But the other one I saw, they said they're only getting male fetus. Only males. You're like, what else are they going to come up with? I don't know. And this kind of reminds me of 9/11. Okay, oh, you remember 9/11. Okay, picture you're a relative of one of the ones who were on the plane. Here's one of them. And my sister never heard this one. The I I couldn't imagine. I'm sorry. I've seen a lot of stuff, but I couldn't imagine it. And there's like not just one story, a whole bunch of them, a bunch. The one that floored me was the government was the government's behind everything. Uh, they were controlling the plane. There's no hijackers on there. They were controlling the plane and purposely flew it into the buildings. Well, okay, that's sweet and everything, but how do you explain the people are on the phone? They're like, hey, and they're calling down. They're like, hey, we got terrorists on here. How do you explain that? I'm like, you gotta be something brain dead to be coming up with that. And that was one of them. Okay, another one was, just before the planes go into the building, you can see bombs going up. The government did that. Oh my. Another one. Oh, it just keeps going. Okay, I'm sure you heard this one. Okay, they said the buildings they were never going to come down. They weren't capable of, because the beams, they could withstand heat. No. People said that about the Titanic. This boat is never going to sink. Really? Look where it is now. You see what I mean? Okay, one of the parts in there, he says, okay, how come you can't get this or can't get that, but you're in the stores, but you can get lottery tickets? Yep. Government. Also the beer stores. Well, okay, my sister raised a point, She said, okay, you shut down the beer stores and you're going to have a lot of people bent out of shape. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Um, and I went in, and I mentioned this to her too, and a few people. Um, so I go into a Dollarama to get some tape. Nope, can't get tape. Really? Oh, how about batteries? Oh yeah, you can have batteries. Oh. So my sister says you might want to try the post office, and I says what? So the post office can sell it, but Dollarama can't. Uh, okay, so he mentioned about the businesses that aren't open, and a lot of them are shutting down, like for good, because they can't afford to not be open. Yep. I says in Dollarama, I says to the girl, I couldn't imagine trying to run a place and you got this going on. She goes, we hear that all day long. All day long. Okay, and my sister, the government probably should have took her advice and just said shut the whole thing down for like 2 weeks, a month, whatever it takes, until it's rid of. So stuff has been open, closing for I don't know, last year 4 or 5 times. I don't know, a bunch. Um, and then the guy in the video that Ted sent me, and everybody else, he says, yeah, it's going to come to probably anarchy. Yeah. So the ones running the show, well, you might want to find a place to hide. Real good. That's coming. Whether one of their relatives or no, it's gonna, the small business, they, and likely they're the ones who voted these goofballs. I gave up voting because nope. The only time I voted, I took a chance, and guess what? I don't have a job because they sent my job to China. China, the same place that we're dealing with right now, and for the last year. Oh, so the mutant virus. Apparently, we had like 7 or 9. I don't know, losing count. Um, let's see. Okay, the Vancouver Canucks. If some people aren't familiar, okay, that's the hockey team on the NHL. Well, I gave up on the NHL, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. Long time. And like I've said to like quite a few people, they gave me enough drama. I get enough from the government. I don't need more from them. I said, no, that's enough. Well, the Vancouver Canucks, they had 7 players. They tested them. Well, you got corona. So the whole team, they weren't even playing. I don't even know if they are now. I don't know. And I did get tested once when I was staying over the one building downtown. Came by and tested us, and out of 7 of us that were supposed to get it, and only three went in as one. They stick a swab up your nose. Oh, that hurt. So you can get tested to see if you have it, and you don't have it, you don't have it. As far as the vaccine thing, if I have to take the plane, they're probably not going to let me on without taking it. The travel guys, I don't know what they're going to do. If they might not even tell you, they just want to get the money. The travel guys are hurting. A lot of them not working. I'd rather take the train anyway. You get to see the whole country. We have the #1 scenery in the world. Forget Russia. They don't have anything. They have nothing. They're bigger. They don't have scenery. Well, if they do, you're doing a very bad job of promoting it. I'm telling you. Oh, speaking of them. Oh, okay. Oh, that might be here all day. That might be another video anyway. Um. What else? Oh, so I gotta do a video review on Atomic Twister. That's a good movie. What's the name from Saved by the Bell? Is in that one. Brian something. It's got a funny last name. Uh, Good movie. Yeah, I liked it. You know, some people were ripping on it. And I'm like, which part of made for TV are you having a hard time with? I thought it was way better than the made for TV movie. That I thought so. Um, okay. What else? Oh, the golf course. Okay, just the other day, the golf courses aren't open. Well, you know the goofball that's running this province here, the one that's like lost in space. Like whenever he's talking, he's like I know what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm seeing. Um, he owns a golf course, so I think a lot of people were, you know, especially the business people, they're like, hey, you're doing this to ours, and nothing's happening to your golf course. No, no, that's not gonna slide. No, no, I'm sure they were on the phone. You better close that course because he owns one. So no golf course. Oh, and there's a lot of people who paid for memberships. Well, they might be closed for like a month, so they've got their money, and you're not playing. Oh, see, if I was forking out that kind of money, and you close the course on me, nice and sunny today. You could be playing. No, you're not playing. Not this province. I'm pretty sure I'm on the phone to somebody. And especially if you're voting. Oh, your vote. Oh, your vote really means something. Yeah, I see that. uh, note to the wise. Your vote means nothing. Don't expect a golfer to be ever voting ever again. That was a mistake. Voting the last night. Nope. I just voted my job to China. China. Oh, yeah. And okay, since I got about see, I didn't want to go longer than like 50 minutes. I got a little bit of time, so and I've mentioned this before, probably I don't know, a few times. Okay, when I first started my chat site, Spin. Oh, my good friend Miss Ohio, she rocks. Um, she's a little more tired of all this garbage that's going on too. Much like the golfer. Uh, but when I first started Spin, my friend Esther Lee, she's my first friend on Spin. She's from Hong Kong. Okay, the Chinese government, they dictate what goes on with media. So the media gets on there and calls the people in Hong Kong dogs. Because they don't do this, they don't do that, and they're dogs. They're like, oh my. Okay, see, England used to have Hong Kong. That's when China gave it to them. I wouldn't give it back. There's no way. But apparently just one phone call. We want Hong Kong back, and there you go. One phone call. That's all it takes. You know, and the people in Hong Kong, as soon as it's going back to, they're like, oh, this looks like trouble. Yeah. See what's happening? The people in Hong Kong are not like the people. Okay, the people in China are getting stiffed by their government. Do you remember Tiananmen Square where the guy stood in front of the tank? Well, I'm pretty sure he had enough. Well, he probably executed that guy. They don't like people standing up to the government, you know. Yeah, it's not very healthy. Not healthy living there anyway. And you know, there's nothing to them lose 5-10 million people. Oh, they probably like this. Okay. I better mention this one before too long. Ryan Sawyer. Just the other day, I said to him, 9 times out of 10, it's about money. And I threw this by him, and it's not too far-fetched with anything, any organization, anywhere on this planet. And I said to him, you know, the WHO, they knew this was, okay, the girl on YouTube, and she said she worked there. It didn't take long for the golfer to, you know, get something rolling around in there, and you know, somebody could be making money from like loss through the pharmaceutical. See, if you knew in the WHO that this was going on, you sat in your hands and did nothing. The wheels are turning. They're investing in the stock market on a pharmaceutical because you know this is coming. Ryan says, yeah, I could, yeah, it's possible. Yep. You know, some people are like, no, they wouldn't do that. Surprise. And you're like, well, it might happen to them. Well, yeah, it could. But look what happens if it doesn't. Oh, they're rich. 9 times out of 10, it's about money. Well, the small business people here, yeah. And I mentioned that to Ryan Sarah too. And it says it's a matter of time before shooting starts. They don't want to keep open and closing and just making up stuff as they go. No, it's not going to fly. Especially, you know, the people that think their vote matters. Oh, this is what voting does for you. You're on your own. No, I'm done with voting. Sorry. Okay, anyway. I got a bunch of running around to do later. Picking up food. Well, I can't pick up tape. Unless I go to the post office, but they're closed. So I have to wait for Monday to get the tape. What a joke! Oh my, this kid is not a necessity. Oh, but junk food is. Oh, you can get junk food. It's food, but it's junk. They'll sell you that. Yeah, it's junk. Junk food, you know, sugary. Like, don't worry, I can't have sugar anyway. Okay, anyway, you guys rock.